Good morning and welcome to day one of the 7 Days of Self-Devotion Challenge. I am so fucking pumped to be here. I'm going to watch my F-bombs because I was asked last night if this was suitable for children. I said, yes, Eileen, it is, but I'll try my best to not swear because I don't plan, I don't strategize. Most of my things that I do, it's just channeled through. Oh, Kristen, good morning. I can see you've got a little bubbies there too. So I will do my best to watch those F-bombs. But I'm very excited, very excited to be doing this challenge. For those of you who caught the live on Instagram last night, you will know that this to me is a love challenge. It's a love job. It's something that was channeled through a couple of weeks ago. It was very clear. My guide said 7 days, $7, and I listened and I'm doing it, and I'm here to show up for you, to support you all in showing up for yourselves. I understand that sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming to make a big investment for yourself. So the idea of the challenge is get you guys in a space that is really accessible so that you can start showing up for yourselves. It's also designed for you to be able to put ease in your self-devotion. So it doesn't feel like some big job that you need to have lots of time for. I can show you that you can actually change the entire day of life just by showing up for 20 minutes in the morning. Good morning, Ellen. Oh, if you could mute yourself for me, Ellen, that would be amazing. All right, couple of quick let's say housekeeping rules. So please do keep yourself on mute throughout the challenge. It just honors the space. It just allows those who are on the live and watching the recording to be able to hear really clearly for the entire program or the entire challenge. So keep yourself on mute. There's generally a moment to share or chat at the beginning or at the end of our calls. My intention is for every call to go for 20 minutes. Today will be just a little bit longer because obviously we're nearly 10 minutes in and that was just letting everybody on. So from here on in, I ask for you to come. You can come 5 minutes early if you like, and I'll start letting people on at about maybe 6:40 so that we can finish right on 7:05 so you can begin at your day. Okay. Please know that every single call is in that group for you to access for the next 7 days. So if one of the days you're like, well, I can't actually show up, or I'm busy that day, or maybe sleeping, or whatever it may be, you can catch up on that when it suits you. I'll always upload them within half an hour after the call. If you haven't joined the Facebook group yet, please do so. It is a private community, so nobody can see that you're in there except for the women in this space, okay? The other thing that I will say is this space is designed to be light and fun. While the content will support you in having big shifts, while you will absolutely have moments of oh my god, this is so life-changing, this is, I'm feeling so amazing, this has unlocked parts of my mind, or I'm having clarity in my mind, my heart feels open. While yes, that will occur, it has also been designed to be fun, light, and have a sense of freedom. The idea is for you to walk away from this challenge knowing that it's easy to show up for yourself. Okay, so you don't need a pen, you don't need a journal, and for those who've done a lot of work with me, usually it's really lots of content. It's not like that. It is going to be little tasters of different types of self-devotion for you to either A, learn different ways to show up for you, or B, strengthen the way in which you're showing up for you. I'm seeing a lot of women in here that are healers themselves, that have done a lot of personal development or spiritual development work, and that's amazing. So you might already be familiar with some of the processes that I'm going to share throughout this challenge. What I say to you is allow yourself to sit back and witness and observe what you can take out of that challenge. Perhaps it is something like, you know what? I actually haven't done that type of self-devotion for a while, and I'm going to bring that and implement that into my life. Right? For those of you new to self-devotion, it's these little kind of tasters for you to go, wow, there actually are so many different ways that I can show up for myself. It is not just one way. It's, for me and for most people that have been on the healing or personal development journey, it changes based on lots of things, really, where you're at in your life, what season you're in. It could be based on, I'm just born into a different arrangement with my children. So I don't have my children one week and then have them the other. So the week I don't have them, my self-devotion practice is much longer, right? Because they're not waking up. So I've got more time. It could be based on what you have going on. If you're going through a big emotional challenge or going through a big change, then you might lean into your self-devotion more deeply, right? And it might be a bigger, session of self-devotion. So how you show up can and will change, right? It can and will change. And there's so many different ways that you can show up for you. The 7 ways that I'll be showcasing during the challenge are just my favorite 7. They're the ones that I go to the most. There are more than that. Please know this. There are more than that. I will quickly, I know there's some new faces, so I will share a couple of things very briefly before we start with our first type of self-devotion. So for those of you new to my world, I am Amanda Harris. I'm a psychic mentor, healer, therapist, and transformational expert. I absolutely love serving women. It is my purpose. I offer one-on-one sessions. I have lots of beautiful programs. I do a retreat most years. I have different day events and speaking engagements. I have my beautiful Moons and I membership where we connect every fortnight. So there's lots of cool things that I do in this space, but this is my only job. I started my business 5 years ago. I hit the ground running during COVID in a tiny little beautiful country town of Young. And I have been fully booked ever since. And when that occurred, I just knew that was it, right? That was it. There was no going back. So this is my job, but it is also my purpose, my sole purpose. I love what I do. I may, if you are new to my world, I may come across as one of those like annoyingly fucking positive people like, oh my God, she's a famous lollipops. Let me tell you, I'm fucking not. I have been into the trenches. I have been into the darkest of dark spaces, and I'm just mindful we've got children with us. So I'm not going to share big parts of my journey, but you are welcome to have a look on my page. The pin to my page is a little bit of a snippet of, probably what started my biggest spiritual awakening and catapulted me into the depths of shadows, the depths of my shadows. So whilst I love the high vibe, fucking like manifesting and high energy and high frequency, and I love that energy, I'm also a really incredibly passionate shadow worker. I believe that it's in our darkness that we actually find our light. It's in the trenches that we figure out who we are, that we have the opportunity to realize our power and our strength and our purpose and our passions. So I love both parts of it. And am I wearing them? Yes, I am. A little bit of just a visual representation of that with the piece earrings in, right? Nobody's all rainbows and lollipops all the time. And if they say they are, they're lying. They're lying, okay? We are having a very human experience, and our human experience is full of these grows, these challenges, and that's where like the juice is. That's what like really gets us going and really supports us in our growth. And then there's the glows, and that's that high vibing, like, the part that everyone sort of chases and wants. So we are all here having this beautiful wavy experience. And when you lean into your self-devotion, when you lean into your healing, your personal development or personal or spiritual growth journey, it's never about removing that. And some people start the journey and they go, oh yeah, it's going to make my life really perfect. Never. No, it doesn't. We're here to grow, and we'll forever have those grows. When you lean into your work, your healing work, your spiritual development, your personal development, it's actually supporting you in knowing how to ride those waves. It's not about removing them. It's about learning how to surf. It's learning how to accept that we are all on this journey, and it doesn't matter what you do for work. It doesn't matter how you grew up, how many kids you have, whether you have children, what you do for work, how much money you have, none of that. Nobody in this human experience is up here all the time. No one. Okay, it is definitely for everyone, all of us having this beautiful journey of growing and glowing. So that's what I'm passionate about. I'm very, very passionate about supporting people. And then I'm also a medium, and I can see a couple of you in here have come into my world after connecting with loved ones on the other side. So lovely to see you in the space. I've had some pretty intense grief journeys myself, having lost my sister and my mum in the past decade. So I'm not new to grief, but certainly now showing up and supporting those and being who I needed, right? Being who I needed. So let's jump in. So I've shared a little bit about why I started the challenge, and I said last night I was sharing what Penny had said to me, like, oh my God, it's just so cheap. And yeah, it is. It is, because everybody should be able to access this. Everybody, it should be easy for you to access support. So I started the challenge to serve. My word for this year in my business is serve. And I'm really, really passionate about giving and showing up. And so this challenge is absolutely to serve you, but also to showcase, right? Because there's so much in this world that is complicated, and that is that people make more complex than it has to be, right? And self-devotion gets to be easy. It gets to be really, really easy. And it gets to be so easy, yet have such a profound impact on your life. And you'll all feel that today. Just showing up this morning, you will notice a difference in your energy throughout today. Right? It just happens. It's when you are stopping and you are focusing on yourself, you are focusing on your energy, and you are fueling yourself, the way in which you show up in your life will drastically change, right? Had so many women say to me, I wish I had time to show up for me. Oh yeah, I'd love to do self-care. I'd love to be one of those people who do it. Well, do it. Well, be it. Well, become it. And it truly is that simple, right? It is like, know when you can, and this challenge will give you the taste of how powerful it is. And when you understand how much of an impact it has on your day and your life, you will have the motivation and the discipline to show up for it, right? You'll be able to show up because you're like, yeah, I remember that challenge and I was able to flow more and I was able to give more and I had less sort of contraction and more expansion. So many women are walking around wearing so many hats and are in this energy of contraction. And that's because the energy exchange is off, right? Just giving, doing, and not actually utilizing any of your energy for yourself and not actually being in a space of receivership, right? And that gives you that energy of contraction and that sort of frustration or the resentment, right? Because it's, oh, well, I've just got to keep doing. Yeah, cool. We're all like busy. We're living in a busy world, right? So, but you get to choose. You get to choose if you take the time in the morning to fuel yourself. And I'd love for you all to start seeing yourselves as cars. Like, I mean, sounds like sort of blank, but it's such a powerful analogy because you would not drive a 3-hour journey without fueling your car, checking the tires, checking the oil. I mean, some of you probably don't do the last two things, but you definitely wouldn't do a 3-hour journey without petrol, right? And so see yourself as a vehicle. When you wake up in the morning, are you fueled? Do you have enough air? Do you have enough air? Have you filled yourself with what you need to embark on your busy day? And if you can start looking at it from that very, very simple analogy, you'll start recognizing, oh, okay, yeah, I'm running on a bit of empty. And you'll stop the judgment of self and thinking that oh, I'm not showing up, or I'm these stories that are played in the head of like, I'm not good enough, or I'm a snappy mum, or whatever comes up for you. No, you just need a little bit of fuel. You're just running on empty. That's all. So starting your morning by showing up is taking on the process of showing up with prevention is better than cure, right? And instead of it being like, I'm just going to go until I burn out, and then I'll go get a healing, or then I'll go get a massage, or then I'll meditate. No, prevention is better than cure. Show up for yourself first so you don't fucking burn out. So you don't burn out. I always say, the way we start our day is the sets the tone for the day ahead, right? When you wake up in the morning, we all know that, we'll have that experience. You wake up in the morning and you're like, yes, I'm having a great morning, and then it flows into your day. If you wake up and you're tired and you're running on empty, often it is, okay, I can't find my keys, I've stubbed my toe, and the day just kind of becomes flaky and wobbly, right? How you start your day matters. And secondary to that is your entire life is made up of your todays. Your entire life is made up of your todays. And anybody in the mindset world, anybody in the coaching industry, anybody in the personal development world will share that with you. It is, if you want to change your life, change what you do in your day, right? Tomorrow is just another today. What matters is how you're showing up today. And if you can have that as your foundational belief, it's like, it's all today, then it's going to support you in really fueling yourself and creating a life that you love. So 7 days, 7 ways. So the entire journey will be, what is the self-devotional mode that we're going into, or what is the practice, process, or ritual? How does it serve you? And then there'll be a taster of it. And that's going to be the way the challenge runs. Okay. So most mornings when you come on, it'll be a good morning. And then it'll be, this is the type of self-devotion. This is how it serves you and supports you. And now let's have a taste of it. Right. Today, obviously a little bit longer with a little bit of an intro, but I also want to just clarify what self-devotion is. Some of you have joined the challenge and maybe haven't even connected with what that means or what it is. So self-devotion is like making the commitment to prioritize and honor the most important relationship you will ever have. And that's the relationship with yourself, right? It's showing up consistently for your growth, for your healing, for your well-being, with integrity, with intention, with love. Self-care and self-devotion kind of cross over quite a bit, but self-care is focused more on external actions, right? So it might be resting, having a massage, going to the spa, focusing on eating healthy food. So self-care is more external. Self-devotion is inner. Okay, so this is actions that have this kind of more sacred journey. It's deeper, it's going within, it's listening to your inner needs, it's connecting with yourself, and greater than that, you know, that's the part we're focusing on. But greater than that, it's also making those aligned choices that honor your truth, not just obligations. It's staying loyal to your values, it's having boundaries and staying loyal to them and holding them and your standards and your desires, and creating rituals and practices that nourish your soul. So during this challenge, we're focusing on that part of it. It's, you know, really the rituals, the processes that you can lean into to support you. That's what we're focusing on during the challenge. Okay, practical things that connect you to you, with the goal to clear the mind, light up the heart, open the heart, and light up the soul. Okay, and so the light up the soul is down the solar plexus. It's your inner sun. So it's to bring a little bit of like joy back into your life, a bit of the spring in your step, energy back in your body, your energy flowing again. That is what the challenge has been intended to do for you. Okay, this is about you showing up no matter what. I could have called it a program or, you know, something else. I've called it a challenge because I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to show up every day for 7 days, just 7 days of your life, and see what a profound difference this makes for you. So it is a challenge, and I will hold you accountable, and we will use our little group to share how we're feeling and the shifts that we've experienced, and how it's felt for us to show up, and we can share our story and why we're here and all the things in our private little group. But it is a challenge, okay? Because for some of you, you don't usually wake up this early. For some of you, you've got the children, babes in arms, okay? So I'm challenging you to prove to you that it gets to be easy, that it gets to be easy. Okay, I'd love for you all, and I'll share a little post on this today. I'd love for you to set up a sacred space to work from for the next 7 days, and hopefully for greater, right? Once you recognize and feel how powerful it is, you can keep showing up. So setting up a sacred space, I'll do a post on it. It is just having somewhere that you go to for your self-devotion each morning. Okay, it can be your lounge, no worries, but make sure it's a space that feels expansive, that is perhaps away from the children's toys and your office and things that have a completely different vibe, and make it be a little corner of your home for you. Okay, some people it's just beside the bed in their bedside table. Ash, I hope you've still got your beautiful room that you guys created, because that manager, yep, awesome, great space to work from. To use, you know, Penny, you've got lots of beautiful, you know, land out there. It could be sitting outside, and you know, having the beautiful sun starting to rise during your practice. So having a sacred space matters, and I will share a little bit about that inside our group, just to support those of you who have not done a lot of self-devotional work. Okay, I'd love to, you know, really set that solid intention now. I know I've mentioned a few times how the space will run, but I'd love to just set the solid intention. So to do that, I'm going to ask for you all to take a nice, slow and deep breath in, and exhale. If you'd like to gently close down your eyes, if that feels comfortable for you, I invite you to do that now. And I'd like to open up this sacred space, this 7-day challenge, to all of the women in the live or catching the recording, with the intention being for you to reconnect deeply with yourself, for you to clear your mind, open your heart, to feel that fire in your soul again, for you to receive and awaken joy for living, joy for life. I ask Archangel Michael to come into this space to support us with your beautiful light of protection. And I ask that you support each and every woman in showing up, in having the patience to lean into the practices, in choosing to continue to show up no matter what. And I thank Archangel Michael for your support. I ask for all of your guides to come in and let their energy be known. And I ask for all parts of you to allow yourselves to receive in this challenge. Taking a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, opening your eyes. Beautiful. Now you can set your own intention. That'll be what we focus on another day. But that's my intention for this space. Day one's practice is about sacred stillness. It's one of my favorite forms of self-devotion, something I've been leaning into so much in this chapter. Sacred stillness can look like sitting silently. It can look like sitting in high frequency music. That's sort of what I've been doing recently. Or it can be a meditation. And, you know, while there's many forms of meditation, I know some of you have done Rise and Shine and you'll do the good morning, it's a good day for a good day, and these high-vibing meditations. There's also really gentle meditations, ones that instead of it being about projection and, you know, yes, this is going to be an amazing day, and affirmations, it's actually beautiful, gentle meditations that just support you in coming into yourself, in coming home to you. And today we're going to focus on being. Pausing, connecting with self. The benefits of this form of self-devotion largely is to the mind. Okay, so it's giving you, bringing clarity, clearing mental clutter from the mind, invites in presence. When we pause, when we stop, we are able to prevent this kind of constant momentum rush doing and just put a pause to come back and notice how we are feeling, to come back into ourselves and our presence, right? And this practice also strengthens inner awareness. Okay, it improves your level of self-awareness, because when you pause, you're able to start gauging where you're at. You're able to actually hear the messages. You're able to access your inner wisdom. Okay, this practice is about being before doing. And this is one that I find incredibly powerful, incredibly powerful. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a very quick little guided journey for you to experience this type of self-devotion, this sacred stillness within. So I invite you to make yourselves comfortable. I'm going to get us some lovely music. Yeah, you can stay sitting for this if you like. If you are sitting, make yourself comfortable. I don't do the whole straighten your spine, stand up straight, be really fucking uncomfortable while you're meditating. I don't do that. I'm like, be comfortable. Just be comfortable. Allow the energy to flow through you. And whether you are laying down or, you know, going into your beautiful, comfortable couch, the energy will flow through you with this deep intention. Okay, so please make yourselves comfortable. And we're going to start this practice how we will start most practices, and that is by taking a nice, slow and deep breath in. And exhale. And again, a nice, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. And gently closing your eyes if you haven't already. Focusing on your breathing, nice, slow, deep breaths. And if you have got noise around you, if you're holding bugs, if you have other things that are in your awareness this time, allowing yourself to just surrender. No forcing, no pushing, just complete surrender to the space that you are currently in, allowing yourself to really drop into this space of stillness. Beautiful. Another nice, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, this time dropping your shoulders, relaxing your jaw, allowing yourself to fully arrive right here. That's right. Letting that outer world fade for just a moment as you step into the sacred sanctuary within you. That's right. Just feeling your body sitting or laying, noticing the surface supporting you, the surface beneath you. And knowing that underneath that surface, you are always being held and supported by the earth. That's right. Noticing the sensations of stillness beginning to settle into your muscles, your breath, your bones. And allowing any thoughts that may enter your mind to simply pass you by, like clouds in the sky. No need to attach to them at all, just allowing them to come and go as you bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice. That's right. And allowing any noises that occur for you outside of your room to only assist you in becoming even more deeply relaxed. With each breath that you take, invite just a little more softness into your body. That's right. Soft belly, soft jaw, soft heart. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be, other than right here. That's right. Bringing your attention now to the gentle rhythm of your breath. No need to change it at all, just noticing the breath. And allowing that breath to enter like a wave. That's right. With every inhale, feeling yourself rising into presence. And with every exhale, feeling yourself surrender into the deep waters of your being. That's right. Inhale, feeling the wave flowing over you, and exhale, releasing any and all tension, worry, resistance from the mind or the body. That's right. Allowing your breath to guide you in and down, like a sacred thread weaving you back home to you. That's right. And again, allowing any thoughts to just simply pass you by. No need to attach to them at all. Just seeing them come and go as you bring your awareness back to the sound of my voice. I invite you to now expand your awareness ever so slightly. Just imagining now that you are sitting in the center of a vast, bright, open sky. That's right. Just imagining that you are in this sky, allowing those thoughts again to drift by like clouds. Feelings may rise, and that's okay. Just remaining in this nice, quiet sky, knowing that you are the stillness behind the movement. You are the stillness behind the movement, the witness beyond the noise. Let yourself rest here in the infinite space of your awareness. Let your soul speak in the silence, resting into a short pause, just being. Placing your hand over your heart, feeling the warmth of your own presence, your own power, your own devotion. That's right. As you allow these words to be received in your heart, I return to myself now. I return to truth. I return to. It is safe for me to connect with myself. I am worthy of my time. I choose to show up for myself first so I can show up for others from overflow. The more I show up for me, the more vibrant I am. I choose to call my power back to me. I choose to feel vibrant. I choose to fuel my soul. I am worthy of my time. As I fuel my soul by being here, by holding this sacred stillness for myself, I am ready for my day. Just taking a beautiful deep breath in. And as you exhale, allowing that sigh. And beginning to bring your awareness back here by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. That's right. You are here. You are whole. You are held. And taking a nice, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, opening your eyes. Beautiful. Just giving yourself a moment. You may like to continue to have your hands on your heart or on your stomach, one hand on your heart, perhaps one hand on your lower stomach. Just allowing yourself to ease back into this human experience, because when we do connect in with ourselves, we are connecting into our soul energy, our infinite energy. And sometimes it can take a few moments to reintegrate back into this human experience when we open our eyes and recognize, okay, ready for my day, ready to show up. Beautiful. That practice, it was a very short little taster, but starting your morning, and it's a beautiful evening practice as well, but starting your morning, just holding space for yourself is going to amplify your worthiness in such a powerful way. It's going to really program you and reprogram that mind, particularly the subconscious mind, that you are worthy of your time, right? And definitely a beautiful way to clear the mind. For some of you who are new to meditation, you might have had lots of thoughts popping in that entire time, and that's okay. That's completely okay. I remember when I first started meditating, I found it incredibly challenging. And I will say this, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes to surrender. So if you have spent, lots of your life avoiding the mind or running from the thoughts or the pain or the trauma, if you have experienced, recent or even older trauma that is you self-medicating or kind of just keeping yourself busy to escape from or to handle or to manage, then the meditation practice can sometimes feel a bit overwhelming. And I just want to validate that that's completely normal. And the more that you hold yourself in sacred spaces, particularly in a guided area, okay, so if somebody's guiding you, it gives you that extra sense of safety, the easier it will become. And the more you will leave the mind, the chatter of the mind, the thoughts of the mind, the memories or the programs of the mind, and you'll drop into this space, into your heart space. And when you are in your heart, you are not in your past, you are not in your pain, you are deeply present. You are in the very present moment. So if you found that a bit challenging, I encourage you to share your experience in our group, and I'm happy to support you. I encourage you to do it again. I will put this recording up, and I challenge you to do it again, to show up again. Seeing you there, Lan. I didn't see you earlier. I'm just seeing your beautiful face. It's nice to have you in life. So do it again and again and again, and know that with practice, you will be able to drop into one of the most powerful states that we have, and that is deep presence, into the quantum field, into the space of beautiful creation and the space of infinite possibilities. I invite you to share. We have a little chat function down the bottom here. If you need to pop off to work, then please do go. As I said, I mean, we're 15, almost 20 minutes over, which I intended that to occur on the first day, because obviously we only started the practice about 15 minutes ago. So if you need to pop off, then thank you so much for showing up, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Kirby, is Penny asleep? Yes, she would definitely be asleep. Penny, bless her, I love her. She has done many of my programs, and as soon as she hears my voice, she falls asleep. Which I just love, and it's a very funny thing. And people in my programs that have worked with Penny know this. It's just what she does. So let me stick to that for a moment. when you fall asleep during a meditation, it's not so bad. It's actually the human part of the mind, the conscious mind pops out of the way, and you can get that beautiful meditation into the subconscious, right? So it kind of gets that the restrictive and the part of you that like is resisting, that's out of the way when you're asleep, right? Oh, Penny, yes, good morning, hello, we're talking about you. Curbs is saying, bless her, I thought she'd be right on the morning one. Megan, I'm proud of you and your lack of F-bombs. Super impressive you. Thank you, Megan. I actually did catch myself a couple of times. And yeah, that's nice. So the children won't be will be okay. Nick is saying, I love you, Pam. Yes, we all love Penny. We love you dearly, Pam. If you would like to share your experience, feel free to do that in the chat box. I've got a couple of minutes to hear you. How did you find the practice? When was the last time you leaned into your self-devotion? When was the last time you meditated? Is this new for you? Laura, how did you two go? I mean, you're side by side doing it. So interesting to know whether you were able to drop in nicely. You don't need to get up to type back. You're welcome to stay in that space, but perhaps share the group, because I can see you're both beautifully relaxed there, which is really nice to witness. If you'd like to share, please feel free to do so. After our calls each morning, I'll give a little moment for shares. So Megan is saying, that was awesome. Today's a good day for a good day. It sure is, Megan. It's so beautiful to have you in the space. Megan has done a few of my beautiful programs, and it's so lovely to have her back in. I will say, I probably could have said this while everyone was still on, but we do have the incredible giveaway coming up, and there's going to be lots of them because I just fucking love giving away. I can swear now because Eileen's popped off with her son. We still got babies. I mean, I feel like the babies will be okay with swearing. Lana is saying, thank you, that was beautiful. I've been trying to walk to the beach so many mornings a week to do a meditation before I start my day. So beautiful. Oh, yes, I love that. Nick, I need to jump off and pop my mum hat on. See you tomorrow. Love you, Nick. Have a beautiful day. Ash, I meditate regularly. That was particularly wonderful in the company of all these women. Yeah, the collective energy matters, Ash, right? And you know that when women come together with that shared desire or that shared intention, it amplifies, doesn't it? Really amplifies the energy, and it's a beautiful tribe of women in this challenge. So I'm really, really pleased to feel that, which no doubt, of course, it's a beautiful tribe of women. That's what gets called in, right? So giveaways, there'll be lots of giveaways. I've got the first one's a 30-minute session with me, and it can be a reading, a healing, it can be a business strategy session, it can be whatever you want it to be. So that one is simply by sharing. So I'm sharing the graphic that I sent you, or popping on your stories and speaking about it, sharing the word, sharing the good word. I feel like saying of the Lord. That's what's coming to mind. Everyone says, share the good word, but share the good word of life. Like, share with your people how powerful it is to show up for yourself. So let people know, like, that it can be easy, right? So share. We want to like create these ripples where people are showing up for themselves. Lana, I've missed the giveaway, but I have been sharing. You haven't missed the giveaway. Nope, you haven't. So I'm going to draw the first winner tomorrow morning, and then I'll probably do another giveaway and another giveaway, because why not? Why not, right? So you haven't missed it. You can still share that graphic, Lana, or you can share that you've enjoyed day one. Okay, tag me in your shares so I can enter you. But more than anything, just share with people. Like, let other women know they get to show up for themselves as well. Curbs, this made me realize how out of my heart space I've been this past week. Interesting. Yeah. And for those of you who have experienced particularly recent heartache or grief, that practice can be quite a shifting one. It's like, wow, I've really had those walls up, right? So I invite you to do it again. I'll get the recording up this morning if you have the space, and if you'd like to, you can redo that practice. So I want to take the opportunity to thank you all for showing up for yourselves. Kristen, I love that you have really continued to show up, okay, even with babes in arms. And I know that little bit of resistance there, that's really impressive. And I'll say this, you are best to show up like that than not show up at all. In the perfect world, you'll be like, oh, I've got no children on me and I'm showing up before they wake up. But you know what? Sometimes they do fucking wake up. So, really practice really showing up, and just like that, it is like, it's completely okay. You are still showing up for yourself. You are still having that space, and you could perhaps catch the recording when Bud's asleep later on and let yourself have an even deeper experience. Lan, yes, yes, love it. I did share in my new little tribe page too. It's private, so you wouldn't have got the tag, but it's all about the love and sharing. Yeah, it is, Lan. You're right. It is. Like, let's spread the word. Let's like remind women that they get to fuel themselves first, that when they do fuel themselves first, that they show up more powerfully, that it creates the best version of them. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up for yourselves. Thank you for joining the challenge. I love this. I love this space. I love this vibe. Irene, you are very welcome. I will get the recording up very shortly. From tomorrow, the course will be a lot shorter. So tomorrow it'll just be, what's the practice? How does it serve you? And then jumping into the practice. Today, obviously, it's the first day. Like, got to set the pace, set the tone, have a bit of a chat. For those of you that have never worked with me, perhaps figure out who I am so that you know who's actually guiding you on this challenge, right? You're so welcome, Kristen. It's lovely to have you in the space. I hope you all have a beautiful day today, and I will upload this shortly. So know that you can access that and redo that practice as many times as you wish throughout the day. I look forward to connecting with you all tomorrow morning, at 6:45 a.m. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, I'll let you all go.